These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the maiden's outfit?
Volron! Maybe it was still alive.
Yeah, I didn't
And
think
there's
it
the
was
Renis
dead.
Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
What's he talking about over there?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
What the hell was that subtitle?
It's hard to know for sure.
Well, I'm sorry. That subtitle said, "For me, why?" When I heard Wa say, "What the hell are they?" Like, what the fuck? I do not like this fight right now. Did you really die when you swapped? I guess it doesn't matter. Son of a bitch. Well, what the hell was that, dude? Oh, how I am struggling here. Oh, Wa is gonna die. I can't believe I'm using all these items. This is stuff I should be doing for like the final boss. Oh no, 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 no! Damn it, Xion! Fuck! Oh. No, 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 no! Wait, she's alive? Oh, I forgot about that skill she had. Oh, but was.
Into the shadows! This one's mine!
You know what?
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Into the shadows!
You picked the wrong fight!
Just be still.
Dragon form!
You won't give up, but you're kinda dead on the ground.
Dragon form! Try this! Catapult! Explosive ring! Dragon form!
This is the biggest amount of bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
Can't get out of this! Dragon form! Blood. Rending
What was that? Dohalim scream?
bloody howling!
Yeah, he wants them to scream. Why are they like this? Okay, no, 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 no.
No rest for the wicked.
Here I go!
Please don't die.
Dragon form! On your knees! Yours to be let
Why do you keep wording skills?
Now I'm into Dragon form!
Into the shadows!
Try this! Green face! Ring! Rending you apart!
By the
Bloody
power
howling! Burn!
No, why? You cannot die.
Air pressure!
Not in your dreams!
Dragon form!
Another
Incantation ruin! Explosive ring!
Hurricane!
Dragon form!
No one else can die right now. Dohalim, you need to swap out. And so does... Ugh, oh god.
Hurricane!
Damn.
I can carve through! You require a hand. Take this! Dragon form!
In here!
Eat this!
I'm out of ammo! Watch it!
Is this it?
No! Well,
Water!
please die, please die,
Is it in
please
the
die.
sky? It's mine.
Hurry up! No, hit it now!
Now! Law, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Fuck that fight! Why did I have to use so many items? That's so much of that was saved for the final boss. But I didn't want to dub down to normal.
Surrender! Fighting is useless now! Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What? It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up. You had me worried there. Who said you could touch that?
Please don't do this. Don't give me another fight.
Damn it! He's awake! I should have thought as much. So you know this place?
Naturally, it was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think?
I knew he would do it.
Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boran was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
You're only now figuring it out?
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
His next line is, "How dare you compare me to you pests?"
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
She don't want you to.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
she'll find a way over. Come on.
Go. But no, I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
I don't think they heard you.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am.
Can we play Shadow's theme from Shadow the Hedgehog with I Am?
Yeah,
Because that's the perfect time.
we'll be fine.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can
No
but
way.
hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renaissalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renaissalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Voron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Vrennans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
Ugh, I cannot believe how many items I had to use, and I'm so fucking annoyed with it.
I didn't see that coming about Volron. As for those red women, to think they were monsters all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danan. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day?
How about you, Shion? Dohalim? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, if they're the same as the red woman we've seen with Volron, I think it's safe for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena. And Shion's thorns.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renaissalma too, remember?
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
Oh man, I'm starting to get worried about my item situation and stuff like that, because man, I mean, look, I had so many more things, so many revives and good items that I wanted to save. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. I do now? Well, they want me to go back towards the ship, yeah, so... Oh, I can't fast travel, you gotta walk back, probably because there's hell outside. All I can hope is whatever enemies I have to fight for level grinding aren't gonna be annoying either. I'm at least glad everyone got the SP at the end there. Oh wait, did I say SP? It was supposed to be, you know, XP, not SP. Edit. They're in their right spots. Why do I have to run all the way back? Why couldn't they make another teleporter? Well, thank God that's still there, I guess. Probably should have tried level grinding these dudes. Are you kidding me? So you're gonna waste my time with the longest transition in the battle?
Hi! Poodle!
For my lord!
Man, shut up.
This one's mine! Ready to roll! Please, now, let's cut our losses.
Like this should be easy.
The wise are your true gunslinger around here.
You've got spirit.
Can you stop talking so I can get out of there? And then I gotta run away from this guy.
Opponent like this should be easy.
How about this? I'll be saving this one. Let's end this and get a bite to eat. Fire!
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
And am I going to deal with it? No. So what happened out here? There had to be some sort of chaos. Ow. Actually, wait a minute, the cutscene, if there's a cutscene that's gonna happen, why couldn't it still just activate as I teleport here?
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegus is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep looking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Well,
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
seems Megan got to voice not only Hootle.
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Eldaman and Sia.
Look up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid. As people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis. Not the lords and sovereigns, is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among men. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie. Built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright, or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Turnagain's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
I have a feeling things probably changed around here. Why do these two never get any kind of... Are they getting... but she hardly seems to have much SP gaining recently either.
Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
In one sense, when all is said and done, perhaps I have been a slave this whole time too.
You, a Renan Lord? How do you figure that exactly?
I was complicit in the Renan system, bound by its values, resigned to being swept along, without the resolve to take a stand. And when I realized the severity of my mistake, all I longed for was punishment. A lord. And yet my first instinct was to place my fate in the hands of others.
I think I can relate. I couldn't stand watching my people bow and scrape their way through life, but I didn't know what else I could do about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master. That's what separates a slave from a free person. At least, that's what Law's dad Zephyr used to say. Zephyr taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me how to live.
Even if it means stumbling along the way. If it's on a road of our own choosing, free of regret. Why, that's the road of freedom. Or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer than a slave. I think I finally understand now. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man indeed. I only wish I could have met him.
There's just so much I wish I could ask him, especially now. I wonder, have I been correctly carrying on the torch that he passed to me?
How long have you known?
Known what?
About the darkness I carry inside me. You seem to have been aware of it for quite some time now.
Why ask me now? What does it matter? But yes, I have. I've